going, and that is extremely wrong. I want you to embrace principles. Be a person of extraordinary principles. Know what you do, what you don't, who to befriend and who not to befriend, who to please and who not to please. This will help you to shape your life, because most of you find yourself in a predicament where you are involved with friends you're not supposed to be involved with. And because of that, the very same things you hate doing, you find yourself doing those things again and again. But time must come when you need to make a decision who to befriend and who not to befriend. If you're hearing me, raise up a hand. If you are I'm asking Ken, if you're hearing me, raise up a hand. In Johannesburg, if you're hearing me, raise up a hand again. I can't see Johannesburg anymore. All right, so what did I say just now? What did I say to you just now? You remember what I said? Exactly. Be very careful with the people you befriend. Most of your mistakes happen due to the people who surround you. It doesn't matter whether that person is in church or not, but what impact or difference? Okay? You need to be a person who can, please, let me repeat what I said. First, be careful. Be a person of principles. Who do you friend? Who do you befriend? These people, whether they're in church or not, that they can influence your life, impact your life, positively or negatively. Sometimes the very same things you hate doing, you find yourself doing them because of the influence around you. So you must be very careful. Be a person of principles. What are you thinking? What are you planning? Who are you putting in your surrounding? You must do checks of your surrounding, and this is very important. I'm saying this because where you're going is not the way your friends are going. You are completely a whole different journey altogether. And most of you, you're going to find out when you are 35 that the most people who are your best friends will no longer be your best friends. If I have any person in our midst who's 35 years going up, they can agree with what I'm talking about. Most people who are your best friends when you were less, who were your best friends when you were less than 35, do no longer become your best friends. Life begins to teach you to be responsible. So when do you supposed to correct yourself? It is right this stage when you are below 35. Begin to make choices that you know. There are some here who hate smoking, but they find themselves again and again smoking. There are those here who hate drinking, They find themselves again and again in drinking. And more especially, those who do not even want to find themselves in an association of doing things that actually destroy their lives. And they find themselves in those things. Not because the devil is destroying them, but what the devil did, he gave them a cage of bad friends. The devil gave them a cage of a bad influence. That even if you want to stop, you can't stop because the devil has put you, he has brought someone around you who will destroy you. So you must be very careful with your surroundings. Who do you involve around you? What do you do? Okay? Secondly, protect your psychological dissonance. Your psychological dissonance is an arrangement of your mind that helps you to reason, to think, to plan. Where am I going? Where will I be the next 10 years from now? I can promise you, most of you here, you are not planning your next 10 years. You are planning of your weekend. You normally plan for your weekend and not your next 10 years. It is very dangerous. Where will you be in the next 10 years? What will you be doing in the next 10 years? This is the most important. I do understand you speak in tongues, you pray, you go to church, but you must be a planner. You must be organized. You must put your house in order. Think about it. All those girls who are there, all the youth girls that are there, you may look beautiful today, but in the next 10 years, how will you look at? How will you look? How will your body look like? You must be thinking that. So never deceive yourself like, oh, I'm a girl, I'm beautiful, I'm like this, I'm like. You're not going to look the way you're looking now. In the next 10 years, you might even grow bigger. You might not look the way you're looking. So if you think your strength is in your beauty, you must think it twice. Your strength must be in your mind. You must always be that woman who must think to say, where will I be in the next 10 years? What will I be in the next 10 years? Because most girls deceive themselves with it today. They put their strength in their beauty, they put their strength how they look, and they always think they will look like that. Wait a minute. Your mom was not looking the way she's looking today when she was like you. Okay? She's looking like how she used how she's looking today, not how she was looking when she was like you. She was pretty. In fact, your mom was prettier than you. She was more beautiful than you. But she's not looking the same. So you must always remember this. Never put your trust in your beauty. Never put your trust how you look and you think that's how you're going to look like forever. No. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Okay? Invest in yourself. And I want to say this to you. Invest in yourself. Whether you have a boyfriend, life of tomorrow is not predictable. Okay? Have a future. Have a future. Don't just depend, oh, my boyfriend is taking care of me or he will take care of me. Have a future. Make sure it's not too late. Listen to me. It's not too late to make your future. If I'm still studying now, I'm still studying. I'm still doing school. You can also study. Okay? You can also study. Invest in yourself. Even if you study, you can even do extra. Not because you want to be employed, but because you want to have a pride. There is nothing that satisfies every person than actually having a pride to say, I did this, I am this. The third thing, after acquiring education, it's not enough. You need to acquire a skill, okay? There are many educated people. But I want to tell you this: the most successful people are not educated. The most successful people are the talented. Let's look at it right now. Let's look at the most richest young people in South Africa. you'll find out that there are people with talent. Okay? Let's look at musicians in South Africa. Compare someone with a degree and someone who is a successful musician. You'll find out that people with talent have got more money than those with degrees. Okay? Let's look at talents. People with those who are famous in rugby, in football, in music, are better off than people with degrees. Go to America, the same. Actors in movies have got more money than people with actually PhDs. People with talent have got more money than people with PhDs. So what does that mean to you? It means that talent has got more benefits than actually just the school. So what do you need? When God told me that, He said, invest in talent. So what talent do I have? I'm not a musician. I am not an actor of the movies. What talent do I have? So I discovered that I've got a talent of business management. To manage business or to run a business is a talent. It's not school. It's a talent. It's a talent. So I began to invest in that talent. To say, well, I am a business developer. I can develop business. And that's the only talent I do have in regards to on talent. So I began to invest myself in building my talent of business acumen. So if some of you have got that talent of managing a business, running a business, invest in that talent. The most successful people are entrepreneurs because entrepreneurship is a talent. Let me give a very good example. You are a musician, another person is a musician, but another musician is bigger than you. Do you know why? It is not because they sing, it's not because of that talent. Apart from the talent of music, they have got another talent of entrepreneurship. They know management. They know the industry. They know what it takes to become big. They know all the business ethics. That's why you find that people who are big in music, they've got managers behind them. Okay? So apart from the talent of music they have, they involve other talents of managers, people with the talent to manage their music. They involve producers, people with the talent of production. So you find that maybe you are only involving your own talent of music and you are not involving other talents. So you find at the end of the day, it is no longer just music that makes a person big, but there are other talents involved. So you need to involve yourself in developing talents. What talent am I having? Is it management? If I don't have it, surround yourself with such type of things. On this day, I wanted to speak to you on these things. If you invest yourself in talent, discovering yourself, it will help you. Lastly, be careful with social media. You know, in China, if you go to China right now, you're on TikTok, you will not find on your feed, you will not find jokes popping up randomly on your TikTok. They are not jokes popping up in China. You go to China today, you agree with me. What will be popping up on your feed are entrepreneurs, business connectors, where to find a job, but what they did, they said that all jobs, nonsense must appear in Africa. So they are keeping people in Africa, young people in Africa, very busy. Well, where the TikTok is coming from in China, they don't put jobs, they don't put all the nonsense. So they are weaponizing internet to keep Africa busy and keep their youth in China more talented, focused, and entrepreneurship, so that they produce things in Africa, we go and buy things from them. So you must be very careful. Watch out. You might spend most of your time on laughing, checking on TikTok, and nonsense like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't watch videos on TikTok or whatsoever. I'm just saying manage your time. Know when to laugh and where not to laugh. This time must come when you need to discover yourself. Okay, I don't want you to discover yourself when you're 40. This is your time. Discover yourself who you are. And And if you do that, it will help you to be not just a youth in church who's just praying and who's just attending the youth programs. We want to see successful youth. We want a youth like this when you're meeting like that and we have 19 youths parking Lamborghinis outside. We want to have 50 youths parking Mercedes Benzes outside. We want to have 50 youths who are in university but they've got cars, they're buying houses. They are still in the school but they are buying things. I built my parents a house when I was in a high school, okay? Because I refused to be just a young man. I built my first house when I was in university because I refused just to be a normal youth. I invested myself in skill, in talent, and that's what is needed because it is the skill that actor is producing. So it's very important that you discover your talent, you discover your skill. What skill do you have? Are you a business person? Invest in that. Okay, learn more. Have friends. People who can challenge you, people who can influence you. And this is very important. And apart from the skill, find your gift. What is your gift? Because there's a huge difference between a gift and a skill. A skill is a talent. Normally, it helps you in your normal life. Business, school, who you are, that's when you find a skill or a talent operating. But the gift helps you spiritually, okay? It is known as charismata, whereas skill is known as anathema. So charismata is the spiritual gift. You speak in tongues, you pray, you have the gift of preaching, the gift of healing, the gift of teaching, whatever gift come in the church is to help you as a woman of God or as a man of God. You there manifest gift. In the world, you manifest talents, your skills. So God gave you both spiritual gifts as well as physical talents or skills. So it is important to know both. Who am I? Okay? So when we meet here, we are not just meeting like nobodies, people who just sit in the church. You are not being fathered by a prophet who's just telling you that praying tongues and miracles will happen. No. You are being mentored by one of the most successful prophets in the world who is not just a man of God, but who the world respects from the business perspective. And that's the most important thing. Okay? That's the most important thing. If you come to Malawi here, of which some of you have been in Malawi, or if you meet Malawians, ask any Malawian to say, who do you think Major One is? Of course, most of them are not going to talk about church. Okay, but I will tell you to say, maybe I may not believe him as the prophet, but in my country, we respect him from the business perspective. Okay, so it is very important that you should know, I'm not just mentoring you from the church perspective, I'm also mentoring you from the business perspective, even beyond that, from a further perspective, that you should actually do well. So you must always remember that God has a purpose with you. That's why he has put you under the charge and the mentorship of his major prophet to help you to make decisions, to help you not get lost and get wrong things today. So with these words, embrace what I'm speaking about. And when you be praying today, pray that God, I don't want to be influenced by bad friends. I want to be a principled woman. I want to be a man of principles. Anyone the enemy has sent around me to delay me, I disconnect myself from them. Whether they are best friends or not, they do not deserve to be near you. They are there as the weapon of the devil to delay you, to take you in addictions, to take you in the wrong path. Cut them off. Cut them off. In the name of Jesus. Secondly, guard your psychological dissonance. Make sure you think. Don't just think you are beautiful, you are handsome, and I'm like this. Oh no! In the next 10, my daughter, you will not look like that. I'm sorry. My son, in the next 10 years, you will not look like that. When I was in 2010, in 2011, I was gymming. I had a six-pack. It's no longer there. Okay? I have 6 cars, not 6-pack. Okay? So be careful. You're like, gym is good, be healthy, but think, use your brain. Yeah. You have 6-pack in the next 10 years. Okay? 2010 I had a 6-pack. In fact, 8-pack. If there is anything called 8-pack. Okay? But it's no longer there. It's gone. Okay, it's gone. It won't be there. It's gone. It's gone. So don't think, I'm looking like this. It's good, eh? Do it. But here, you will not eat 6-pack. Okay? You're not gonna eat 6-pack. It's this. Cherete.
Money. Yes, money.
So be careful. Don't just invest yourself in useless things and think, this how you look. Oh, I'm beautiful. I'm a girl. I'm beautiful. I'm like this. Ask your mom. She was like you also, but she's no longer like you. You're also growing. Years are going. Okay, years are going. Don't waste your time. Invest. I have faith in you. I have trust in you. I know who you are. I know that nobody can tell me about you. I know you more than anyone else. I'm a prophet. I know your potentials. I know your abilities. You are a great man. You are a great woman. Nobody should look you down. Rise up on your feet and move forward. You are a star. You are an eagle. You make great things in this world. Okay? You hear me?
Oh, yes.
I'm telling you, I'm a prophet. You have so much to do.
Speak.
Never give up.
Oh, yes.
Don't think, it's too much for me. It's too much for me. Listen to me. In this ministry, we get anointed from nobody and we become somebody. All right?
Oh, yes.
Ask me, I'm telling you this.
Oh,
I
yes.
come from the same background like you. In fact, you even come from a very better background. All right? But right now in this country, I'm one of the top people that the whole country look up to. Not just my family. Okay? So rise up on your feet. Don't tell yourself like, I'm coming from this. Hey, my family is too much what you're passing through. We have nothing. We have no peace. I lived that life of no peace. I was chased from school 10 times because I didn't have school fees. But I refused to go down. Okay? It's very important. Very important. I never knew I could study with Harvard University. I never knew I could study with East London University in the UK. I never knew all those type of things. I never knew. So you must always remember what I'm speaking to you. Life is a choice. You choose to believe your past or to believe your future. Never be judged by your past or your present. Be judged by your future. You're going far, and let me congratulate you in advance. Okay? So we're looking forward for you. Some of us, we have so much faith in you. When we see our church, we see you. We see the capacity in you. Okay? We see what you'll be able to do. This whole ministry relies on you. The whole hope is in you. So never give up. Never allow anybody to influence you. With these words, allow me to wish you all the best. Happy, wonderful Youth Day, all of you in South Africa. I'm praying for you and I'm believing in you. Father, I pray for every youth, wherever they may be. Let a new chapter open. It doesn't matter what they've been passing through. I pray for a new chapter. For everybody under the influence of a prayer, may you receive a new chapter wherever you are. I bless you today and I declare a new chapter for you. I pray a new chapter, a new beginning. You are rising up. You'll be shooting like a star. In the name of Jesus, receive the grace of a new chapter. I bless you now. Your past is gone. Your new has become. In Jesus' name. I love you. Shalom.
Oh, yes. No, maar ik ben powerful.